Has time, lofting it for the corner. It's a touchdown. Ridley again.
Freddie hits a high fly ball toward the Braves bullpen. Freddie Freeman with a grand slam.
What a shot. Trey with the long ball. Timeout Phoenix.
And we are back.
And we better.
You know we're going to dive into the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Vegas made a lot of money, by the way.
Sheesh. Absolutely.
I don't know why. Yeah, that spread.
That's what did it. That's what did it.
Yeah, this the spread. That 4.5 looked good. Especially, you know the Rams winning. Everybody knew the Rams were going to win. A lot of people bet. I think it was 73% people bet Rams winning. So you knew they was going to win, but they was betting on the spread. I mean, that game, it could have went down. It could have went down.
Man, I was like, uh-oh, are the Bengals going to do it? But nah.
But Vegas won 179.8 mil in Super Bowl bets. Took the money back. Mil.
Oh, mil.
Good. That's a big ticket, though, for one day.
Yeah, hell yeah.
God damn. Sheesh. But Rams win 23-20. I mean, the game went down to the last possession. I mean, you know, bro, I'm thinking they at least get in field goal range. Mm-hmm. He didn't do bad. 22 of 33, 263 and a touchdown. He just didn't do enough.
Yeah.
Mixon, 15 carries, 72 yards. Higgins, 4 receptions, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. I would have went at him the whole. I don't understand why teams just
don't feed the high hand.
Don't feed the 4 receptions, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, and one he got away with a PI. Yeah. When he grabbed Ramsey face mask and threw him, he's just a big guy, strong.
At first, I thought Ramsey was pulling the biggest choke job of the playoffs.
He was getting beat though.
Oh yeah, he definitely got beat, but that looked worse at first.
It did.
Before they flipped that angle, and I was like, okay.
Matthew Stafford, 26 of 40, 263, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I knew he was gonna throw some picks. But his defense is just good. He got a good defense. They held it down for him most of that game. Aaron Donald 2 sacks, Von Miller 2 sacks. They had 7 total sacks as a team. Yeah. They didn't have a rush game. I knew they weren't gonna run the ball.
I saw a crazy stat. Like Joe Burrow got sacked like the second most.
No, the
most.
What
Was it for?
The
most all time
in the playoffs.
Season? Oh, in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, he got sacked 19 times.
That's the most all time in the playoffs?
Most all time in the playoffs.
But I think in the season, he was like number 2 or something.
I mean...
Which is bad. Either way, I don't remember the exact number, but...
Longevity, they need to go get them offensive line.
Right
you don't
now.
need no receivers.
Nope.
You need to go get an offensive line, get some more defense. I think Cincinnati will definitely be back up there next year. I think Burrow is a top 5 quarterback. Yeah. Quarterbacks are getting older. And he looking like he playing like he an older quarterback. What he did this season just was, remarkable. Yeah. Getting, nobody would think Cincinnati will be in the Super Bowl.
Never.
Just
Never.
Like
it's still hard to believe it happened. It's hard to believe I watched the Bengals in the Super Bowl this season.
It was there. And a lot of people took them. A lot of analysts took them. A lot of journalists took them to do it. Ooh.
I didn't do that.
I didn't either.
Couldn't do that.
I took the money line. I did. I did not take the spread, even though the spread looked good. That them kicking the ball a lot that can turn 4.5 to 1. And they won by 3. Yeah. So Vegas cashed in. I know Nevada was happy. But Cam Akers, 13 carries, 21 yards. I didn't think they was gonna win the game because they just couldn't run the ball at all.
Not at all.
Odell went down after scoring a touchdown. Had 50 yards. Looked good in that game before going down.
Man, it's like he had potential to maybe
get that MVP. He did. Oh my goodness, Maxie, my good.
He's talking about thank you.
Cooper Kupp, 8 receptions, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hey, he different.
Yeah, he definitely.
Cooper Kupp. When you talk about who looking to be the greatest, at the parade he was saying this is Kobe Award. I was like, yeah, he determined. Damn, I wish him and Kobe could have really linked up. There's somebody that Kobe had really fuck with because he put it all.
He got the mentality,
and I know he
got the
hard.
mentality. He go hard every
at the
play.
parade. He was like, it's just time to get back to work. I'm not even. I want to repeat. It's time to get back to work. I was like, damn. That boy determined.
And this man coming from what? Where he went? Mid-level D1?
Mid-level.
Man, I mean, I meant to post it the other day, but this season, like Cooper Kupp had, of course, one of the all-time receiving seasons in NFL
Triple
history.
crown.
He got the triple crown, but he got the triple crown this year. He won Offensive Player of the Year, and he won the Super Bowl MVP in this season. But Jerry Rice is the only wide receiver in NFL history to do all of those things in an entire career. Kupp did that in one season.
Oh my God.
The only other receiver in history to do that in their career is Jerry Rice, but Coop did it in the season. That's crazy. I mean,
Jerry
I
Rice.
think he'll be number one wide receiver off the boards next year in fantasy.
Of course.
Top 10 pick probably.
Of course.
I stole him in like the 5th round in one league this
I
year.
didn't know you won.
Lost in the championship
Oh,
because of
no.
Jamar. Jamar had 50, 60 points.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't do nothing with it after that. And I still only lost by like 5 points.
Yeah, Jamar got me up out of there too. I ain't gonna cap. He did it to me too.
He gave me a championship, bro.
I mean, when somebody doing that, there's nothing you can really do.
You can do. Like the other year, Kamara, 6 touchdowns in the championship. What can I do?
Nothing you can do.
You just gotta take that L valiantly.
But Aaron Donald was contemplating retiring if he won a ring. Now he's saying if they can get that team back together, he'll come back. Of course.
Of course.
Come on, man.
Crazy.
We ain't stupid.
Why would you not go for a back-to-back? If the same team coming back. The same, and they're a super team. They are.
They are.
Especially on paper.
They are. And they don't have a draft pick to like the 3rd round or 4th. I think it's the 4th round.
Yeah, they bringing that same team right back
Bring
next
it
year.
back.
Hopefully they got the same skill level.
Now, your left tackle,
Whitworth,
that's going to hurt. I don't think he's going to come back.
he might do one
40?
more year. His old ass might do one more.
40?
I would try. I don't know how his body feeling right now. Well, he probably take good care of his body because shit, he playing to 40. So
You
that's
know what's
enough
crazy?
alone.
When he tore his ACL when Burrow tore his ACL and his MCL last year.
Yeah, and they recovered together.
That's crazy. They was like
yeah.
30 or 40 miles away from each other.
And he reached out to Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said they real good friends.
Yeah, he a true
But you know what's
professional.
crazy? A lot of players like from Bengals, like a lot of people are real good with him. Like he know kids that went pro and like they played like they in the league together now. Like from the Bengals, he was like I made it. Like I got drafted. Like it was an article. Like he know a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But that's dope. That's pretty dope that he reached out to him. And they said they trained and rehab together.
Yep.
And both of them came back strong.
And went
Look
to the
at
Super
them.
Bowl.
That's crazy. Damn.
And they brought back everybody. They brought back people out of retirement. What's his name? Weddle.
Oh, Eric Weddle.
Eric Weddle.
That man just
He came back for 5 games, and after they won, he was like, "I'm going back into retirement."
Of course. This man was really like a savior too, because he was leading them in tackles. For the playoffs, he was 6, 7, 8 tackles.
Yeah.
He know what he doing. I mean, he finessed. He definitely finessed.
Definitely.
We gonna say it what it is. He finessed. But they got a ring. McVay had paid off all the trades.
Yep.
Man, it looked bad though. Traded a lot of
Crazy.
stuff.
They got it the next season.
Damn, he got rid of
Matthew
God.
Stafford.
Wow.
Oh, another thing I saw was how LA is pretty much the city of champions right now.
Right,
Last year and a half,
Lakers.
they all their sports teams won a championship, and they all did it the first year a superstar came to their team. Mookie Betts came, LA they
AD,
won, AD came,
LeBron.
they won. Then Matthew Stafford came this year for the Rams, and They won. I mean, it's a great time to be an LA
Damn,
fan.
man.
I know the Lakers kind of stink right now, but everything else is
Still
going
got a
great.
ring.
They still got a ring within the last 3 years, and you still get to see Bron every night in person. So, man, I wish I was out there.
Man,
I'll be giving sports all my money.
hell of a time. Man, I'll be spending.
I'll be every month. I like, fuck yeah. How could I miss this? I'm spending that.
And I'm at Hawks games and we ain't.
Right. You know, I'm season ticket for that, and I'm just going for dinner.
Dinner's good though.
Nah,
Good.
that shit bust. Go to the right spot.
Yeah. Them burgers definitely be busting.
Ooh,
That counted.
for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, man. I think they can. I think they can go back. I mean,
Why not?
what's crazy is I heard some news that close friends to Brady saying he ain't done. That's cap.
All right. He don't already.
They said he ain't. They saying it's a speculation that he thinking hard.
Damn.
But if he thinking, I don't think he go back to the Bucks.
Where do you think he go? Uh-oh.
Because you see the Russell Wilson speculation, the Steelers. You've been seeing that, right?
Professor Tom.
Have you been seeing that?
Some jewels.
You've been seeing that on ESPN?
Yeah, I've been seeing it.
Who said that first?
Yeah, you.
I said Russell to Steelers.
Yeah.
Okay. So Aaron Rodgers called off his wedding. He's not even engaged no more. This shit done fucked him up. Is Aaron Rodgers going to Denver? Because if he don't, I like Brady being Denver.
Damn. And instantly make them look. I mean, so with Rodgers.
And
but
then Gronk is because Buck saying Gronk saying he not for y'all. He is bruh.
Gronk only playing with Brady.
Brady and Gronk got the most touchdowns in postseason history. They like the number 3 duo in history in touchdowns and catches alone. If Brady come back, Gronk is going where Brady goes.
Sorry, Miller fan.
The Bucks defense is young and their line is just not good enough. Like I don't like Ndamukong Suh. It showed in the playoffs.
He ain't the same.
He ain't the same. He's slow. He's older.
He's still strong as hell and dirty.
But that defense is just too young. And teams got film on them, and they beat them deep this year. Teams beat them deep. It wasn't the short pass. Teams was throwing 300, 400 yards on them.
Yeah.
It wasn't the run. They had the top
they
5.
Lost 2 dynamic receivers.
They had the top 5. Yeah, they had the top 5. Run stop defense, but teams was throwing on Carlton Davis' head. You know what I'm saying? Devin White don't play corner. Play linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the run stop looked real good. Yeah, the mid, throwing the 15, 20 yards. Yeah, but I'm gonna throw it 40.
What they talking
I'm
about?
gonna throw it 30, 40 yards. I'm gonna
Stop
try.
that.
You can't. They couldn't, and that's why they lost this year. It was a shootout every game.
And Cooper Kupp showed that in the last minute of the game. I mean, him and Matthew Stafford went back to back.
I mean, they went back to back on their head.
Like, what you expecting to happen, bruh? It's Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford.
First, like I said, I think people don't really respect Cooper Kupp enough to know that the man is gifted at everything. Not they give him a lot of space off the line. That's stupid. He is a route runner.
He is different.
That go ahead touchdown, too easy. There's too much space.
That solidified the Super Bowl MVP. Eli Apple. What were you thinking?
Oh, speaking of Eli Apple, he gave up the most. He gave up 2 touchdowns a game on his head. I think in each game. I think that was the most.
For the playoffs?
I think no. I'm sorry. He gave up 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. That ain't happened in 4 Super Bowls.
Oh snap! I didn't know that one.
Yeah, 4 Super Bowls that ain't happened.
Eli dropped the ball.
But he on Twitter saying that, people, lit a fire on him. You should have had that last week.
talking shit to Tyreek Hill and shit.
Who got a ring? You talking to me, Polar Harden, like these boys ain't got a ring.
Yeah,
they got a ring.
They definitely got a ring, and they gonna keep competing for him too.
You don't think Kansas City is in the lab right now, cooking it,
watching film?
Because it ain't Pat Mahomes. It's that line. That line is fucking miserable.
They really fucked up by trying to play for the tie or whatever they did.
Yeah.
Because they should have just scored the touchdown.
But there been a lot of teams though who tried to. Who else that happened to and they lost in the playoffs?
Man, I'm trusting my defense.
I'm trying to see who. Cowboys.
Oh.
They did that shit. They did that shit and then they lost at home. So
why would you play for the tie? Or why would you play to score a touchdown in the last second? Why don't you just get the guaranteed touchdown and get a stop? It's the Bengals. Get a stop.
The Bengals really competed though.
I know they good, but I'm trusting. Like, as a coach, you got to be like, all right, our season on the line. We got to take the lead because I'm not about to play to lose.
Correct.
And then you got to trust your defense.
Right.
But whatever.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I would have played that differently.
I don't think I have any more NFL news. Let me check real quick. It's been kind of quiet. I think that's about it for NFL. Well, let's talk about Matt Ryan cap hit for next year real quick.
Ooh.
So I was looking at the cap. You know they got a cap like a map of like all the teams on the map on the grid, and it show like teams who can reconstruct, who can help they situation because the Saints finna be over $74 million, but they can like Cameron Jordan can take less money or turn it to something, and that'd be straight and blah blah blah. Alvin Kamara if he take one, but the Falcons are fucked.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna tell you why. So they keep moving Matt Ryan's money. And they keep turning them into bonuses. And this is the year they won't be able to do it. And they owe Matt Ryan $44.6 million.
It's a great time for Matt Ryan to be alive.
So the only thing they can do to do this again is they already re-signed Matt Ryan 2 more years. So they got him this year and next year. And so that means if they want to save money again, they will have to possibly do it again. Are they gonna do it?
Do what again?
Move it, extend them again to 4 years.
No.
So do you take that $44 million cap this year and just say fuck it and be mediocre again?
Yes.
Well, Falcons fans, you know what's gonna happen next year. You won't have nothing.
Oh yeah.
They cut Dante Fowler. If they could have kept him for nothing, I would have kept him.
Why not? Because a contender gonna go get him.
The Rams.
And he gonna be, if the Rams go get him, he gonna be in the Super Bowl.
And he gonna sack. You gotta think, he had 13, 14 sacks because Aaron Donald is getting triple teamed, so he one-on-one with the edge rusher. With the left tackle, right tackle, whoever he lined up with. So it's easy. So it's easy. But yeah, I just wanted to let people know Falcons got to pay Matt Ryan $44 million next year, and I doubt he's finna take a pay cut. Good luck, Falcons. What you got for NBA?
Falcons ain't doing Nathan next year, but for the NBA, I'm gonna go and start with some in the Hawks news. That boy Trey dropped 41-9 the other night against Cleveland. We were in the building. He looked great.
Great game. Trey is different.
All-star starter, absolutely deserved. I keep telling people, if the Hawks was a top 5 seed, he'd be a top 10 MVP candidate.
Yes.
The numbers are speaking for themselves, and I'm going to keep saying that. And I'm standing on that hill. He shot over 50% from the field and from 3. He was just on his game. Darius Garland also had a good game, who's also a all-star team.
Bucky.
He's definitely a bucket. Definitely looking like he panned out as, I think he was the 5th overall pick.
Yeah, he a buck.
They both were, actually. 2 5th overall picks. Going crazy.
Garland a buck.
Small point guards. But
speaking of Garland, he said when Rondo got traded to them, they after their first game, they was on the bus. Like he said, Rondo called him to the back and they watched the whole film, like a whole game film of just Garland. Mm-hmm. He said nobody ever did that with him before. He said that meant a lot. Like he ain't never had nobody sit down and I said, bro, what?
Cause he ain't had no vets. You got to think that team young as hell.
But he said nobody ever sat him down and watched film with him like that. Nobody ever.
No player or nobody ever.
Like no player ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is his second, third year in the league, and they haven't had any veteran guards. Just Colin Sexton, who's also young as hell.
Damn.
So yeah, but Rondo a good vet. He a great vet. I didn't know that story. He worked with Trey a lot when he was down here.
I'm glad he did. That's why he was here.
And so is Lou. Lou giving Trey the game and stuff too. Yeah. So, but Trey was in good hands regardless. But I'm glad Garland got a good vet that can help him out.
Facts.
But going back to them Hawks, they're 28-30 right now, sitting at the 10th seed in the East. So if the season ended today, they would have a play-in spot. I don't know how confident I am in them beating. They will have to play Charlotte first. I think we can beat them, but then we would have to beat either Brooklyn or Toronto. And Brooklyn, I'm not even gonna discuss, but Toronto will be a very tough game too. So we need to definitely try to get into that top 6 before the season ends, or our season could potentially end.
It could be over.
End a little quick. Definitely not hoping it. Definitely not doubting the Hawks, but just being realistic. Definitely want to see them in the playoffs. I love watching playoff basketball in person because I will absolutely be at the games. But we just got to see. In other Hawks news, John Collins will miss the next. Well, this happened like 2 games ago, so he gonna pretty much miss this last week going into the All-Star game, All-Star break, with a right foot strain. He's expected to be back after the All-Star break. Nothing really serious.
He's not playing?
John Collins?
Oh, you talking about John? Oh yeah. He need to rest.
He's just taking a little break this last week, an early break.
He need a little break.
So I'm not really tripping on that.
What the hell he been doing lately?
Well, last week as we know, was the NBA trade deadline. We're not going to get into all of the trades that occurred last week, but we are going to talk about the blockbuster deal that happened. James Harden was sent to the Brooklyn Nets. James Harden was sent to the Philadelphia 76ers for Ben Simmons. The people that also went to the Nets with Ben Simmons was Seth Curry and Andre Drummond and 2 first-round picks. And the 76ers also got Paul Millsap in that trade. Who do I think won that trade, you ask? I think it's even because both teams got what they wanted. But if I'm going to be for real, the Brooklyn won. Brooklyn won, but both teams did get what they wanted. Yeah. And it sucks because they in the same conference and I think division.
They play soon.
Yeah, and they play on the 10th or 11th of March. And hopefully Ben Simmons is back by then. Hopefully he decides to play in that game because it is going to be in Philadelphia. I don't know if Ben Simmons plays another game in Philadelphia in his career, or at least for the next 2-3 years. Hopefully I'm wrong. I hope he do play in the game. I hope,
Yeah, they probably won't play him. They probably going to sit him out because they don't want nobody to be... Because Philly going to try
with his mental. They might not even let him enter the building.
Philly
them fans gonna go crazy. The courtside fans is gonna, bruh. They saw what he did in Game 7. They was there.
Yeah, it's over for his head.
That's gonna be very tough. But all in all, I do think Brooklyn won the trade. I think Ben Simmons might be a better fit in Brooklyn. Not saying he's a better player, but just for they're 2 dynamic scorers. And he brings versatility on the defensive end. Can guard 1 through 5, facilitator, floor general. So I think he should be able to fit. What they're trying to accomplish there. And of course, James Harden makes Philadelphia better. They got a superstar, MVP candidate, combo guard. So to go along with a potential MVP winner this season in Joel Embiid, and
man, he playing hard. He got, I think, what he got, 22 and a half.
Yeah, he's been playing out of his mind the last couple weeks. So Brooklyn wins the trade, but they both get what they wanted out of it. Ben is gone, James is gone, and they own their next teams. In the same Brooklyn news, Kevin Durant and Steve Nash wanted a free-flowing offense, but they said that James Harden preferred iso ball. They also were quoted to say that Brooklyn coaches noticed Harden would roll his eyes when and after timeout play
That's crazy.
was designed for Durant.
That's
What
wild.
you mean? It's
That's
Kevin
weird.
Durant.
That's
Why would you
weird.
be mad about that?
That's weird.
If I'm on a team, I'm never mad that KD number was called. He's the best player on the team.
Like, not you rolling your eyes because KD getting
He's
played.
the best scorer on the team. And you can argue that he's also, for those two things, the best in the league.
That's weird. Hey, folks, weird. He weird.
I don't know.
So what he gonna do when they call him plays for Embiid and not him?
Right.
Because Embiid getting that ball
For sure.
before you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe he's just going to be somewhere where he want to be. I don't think he really wanted to be in Brooklyn. So him not getting a number call and him not being in Brooklyn and Kyrie not playing.
He said he didn't like the Brooklyn scene. It's really because they ain't have strip clubs and stuff.
They ain't
like
got
that.
nothing out there for him.
That's what it
Philly
was.
going to turn them up.
Yeah, that's what it was. He was really pissed that it wasn't nothing to do. He was bored up there.
Yeah,
I feel him.
They were saying he was, on the road, he was living that nightlife.
On the road, like leaving, like when he was hurt, he wasn't like he'll be gone at half and like what? I ain't even noticed shit like that.
Nah.
It came out, so it was like a done deal. But I think Ben is an upgrade for their defense. I think
Absolutely
they need
for their
Ben.
defense.
They definitely need Ben. I think that'll work out. I think both teams got what they wanted,
Absolutely.
but I think Philly gonna see that.
Steph Curry, that's tough. And then you give Brooklyn Nets a post player. They needed that. They were desperate. This last year, after they traded Jared Allen away, they've been having
I just don't understand why
DeAndre
Jordan
Jordan
out
and,
there.
and Nick Claxton and Blake Griffin.
What was wrong with Kyrie, Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, KD? What was wrong with that?
Nothing.
That's winning to me.
KD and Kyrie on the team with a post defender and
a scorer.
a scorer,
A slasher.
a tertiary scorer.
I mean, that motherfucker can score.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Looking at it with what I think I'll take James Harden. Yeah, but looking back is like that wasn't it. But that's because we know what happened. Well, at least for me.
Man,
I think in that moment I probably would have taken
I know how James Harden is in the playoffs. East may be easier for him. We'll see.
Right, because we didn't really get to see last year.
Right. So East may be easier, but
You don't know. He's looking like it's the dangerous conference this year.
Facts.
As far as playoff basketball.
Not Miami and Charlotte in overtime. Jesus Christ.
But that boy, Daryl Morey was trying to punk the Nets.
Punking him, no, he wasn't trying, he was.
He said, "Stay on the fucking phone.
Yeah.
We're going to finish this."
And they finished it.
They definitely finished it, and it was the biggest trade of the year. Blockbuster deal.
Blocky.
2 superstars, perennial all-stars. Well, Ben Simmons, I think, just a perennial all-star now.
Yeah.
Not a superstar.
We'll see.
But he can definitely change that narrative back to the trajectory of which it was going. But that's it on the Nets and Brooklyn and Ben Simmons. You got anything you wanted to add to that?
No, I just want to see him play. They talking about his mental health and shit. Like, why would you trade for a player that you got to work on his mental health?
I don't know.
Damn.
I feel like his team gave him some bullshit.
I thought he was ready.
But hopefully he can come back after the All-Star break. I want to see him first game after the All-Star break. Like, you good now. You been working out. You a basketball player. Shit, they been losing any fucking way. They lost 10 games in a row at one point until Seth got there. So, I say integrate him into the team now. He not injured. He healthy. He ain't been playing, but it's Ben Simmons. You don't forget how to play. You don't forget how to play basketball, especially when you barely shoot anyways.
Nah.
But moving on, other big news. I mean, it's solidifying LeBron James as we already know he a top 2 player of all time, arguably best player of all time. Just this week, LeBron passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for
that wasn't big news
leading scorer, and I think it wasn't big news because it's regular season and playoffs.
So what?
When he break that regular season alone, they gonna stop the game.
Should have stopped the game then.
I think so too. I think that's still very big. Like, to be anything number 1 in the NBA history after all these greats have surfaced the court. I mean, I agree with you. That should have been. I mean, they made noise about it, had headlines, but like you said, when Steph Curry hit that 3 to become number 1, game stopped, gave the ball to his dad, all kind of shit. This man just became the all-time leading scorer. It don't matter if the playoffs is included. I know that's why it didn't get the love, but it don't matter.
I don't care. I'm not fucking with him not getting that.
It don't matter. That's bruh. Nobody to walk the planet Earth has scored more points in the NBA than LeBron James. Nobody. To round off the top 5, now number 2 is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 3 Karl Malone, 4 Kobe Bryant, and 5 Michael Jordan. And it's crazy that that's how it actually goes for regular season too, except for LeBron is still number 2 as of right now as far as regular season. But that's the same exact order. In other LA news, AD, just last night, you just started playing good.
Fucking bastard.
Lakers are the 9th seed in the West. I mean, they need you bad. And I know you can't control being fragile, but god damn, AD. He went down with an ankle injury. I just traded for him on fantasy, but Trey got declined.
Meanwhile, he out 4 to 8 weeks.
You just got an update?
I mean, 4 weeks. They'll be re-evaluated in 4 weeks.
I've been seeing 2 weeks for some reason.
It just Sham just I just posted on the page.
Okay, 4 weeks. Cool. That made me feel better about not taking the trade. But anyways, he gonna be out for 4 weeks. Breaking news. In the time where it's very pivotal for the Lakers to have him. They're trying to make the play-in or maybe work their way back into the actual playoff spot, a guaranteed one. And now they got to look forward to seeing Bron as a small ball center again. And it worked when he was out the last break. Well, not break, but injury. But sheesh.
I'm talking about sheesh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I know Bron can do it, but do you want 37-year-old Bron doing that? With the playoffs on the line, very tough. With Russell Westbrook not playing like a former MVP.
Yeah, Russ is playing so bad, bro.
That's tough. That's tough. I don't like the Lakers to solidify a playoff spot. I think they might be a play-in team. And then you got to think, if they get the 8th or the 7th seed, who they got first round? You got the Suns or the Warriors. And if AD back, I still don't like y'all over them. Either team.
I don't like Lakers over nobody. They struggle with the Pistons when Isaiah Stewart wasn't even scoring,
or trying to fight them.
Like, man, what the hell? That shit was weird. That shit was weird as hell, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Lakers really stink, and I don't know if it's like I said, coaching playing a big part in it because they not telling AD to get on that block.
He's shooting like 17% from the 3, and they still letting them.
It was like 22, so it doesn't drop more.
Yeah. It dropped more.
And they told, and it was crazy. They told him to keep shooting it. Like, he said, "I'm gonna keep shooting them open." Like, what, nigga? Like, huh? How selfish?
It's not.
You guaranteed not to win.
And you guarantee not to make it.
Hey.
Not to make it.
Whatever floats his boat, man. If Bron them like it, hey, I love it. Next.
Yeah, some of DeMar DeRozan's stats, his last couple of games:
45,
9 and 7, 38, 5 and 4, 36, 5 and 4, 35, 6 and 6. I think last night he dropped 38. The crazy thing is he's done all of this while shooting 50% or better. And just to that, I think last night he broke he broke Wilt Chamberlain's record for the most consecutive games with 35 plus points on 50% shooting or better from the floor.
Damn.
Wilt Chamberlain records don't get broken easily.
They don't.
Or don't
they
see
really
it.
Untouchable.
If a record is held by Wilt Chamberlain and somebody even flirts with it, that player just did some almost historical shit.
Yeah, it's really unheard of.
Like Wilt Chamberlain is history. So I'm just trying to get y'all to understand what DeMar doing right now. This last stretch of games he's been having. The boy's playing phenomenal. The man's playing phenomenal. Excuse me.
Pretty much.
Is unheard of, and he got the Bulls sitting at the number 1 seed right now. And I don't see how you can make an argument that he's not a top 3 MVP candidate.
He is.
He gotta be. Number 1 in the East and just broke a Wilt Chamberlain record.
He is.
And Zach LaVine being hurt this year. And Patrick Williams hurt for the season. Lonzo Ball not coming back till March.
And you gotta, when he come back in March, they gonna you know what I'm saying, be careful with him. He ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, he had a meniscus tear in his knee or something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying DeMar doing it by himself. Vucevic been having a great year. When LaVine's playing, he been having a great year.
Yeah.
But they're missing a lot of key pieces, and he's balling out.
Alex Caruso just came back and then got hurt on some crazy ass play.
Right.
That was crazy, bro.
He went from the craziest thing to me is, and I'm gonna bring this up every time we talk about DeMar, is that this summer coaches voted that the worst move of free agency.
How was that the worst move?
Was the Bulls getting DeMar DeRozan? I didn't understand it then. I wanted the Hawks to get him very badly. He went to the Bulls, and
I don't understand.
Coaches voted that the worst acquisition, the worst move of the. And it's not like they maxed him. They didn't even give him max dollars.
I don't understand how that was the worst though.
Me neither. They gave an all-star caliber player non-max dollars on a team that had Zach LaVine and Vucevic. What is bad about that? And Lonzo Ball.
To me, it's nothing.
I don't understand how they thought that was so bad, but I know they wishing they didn't vote that. Or maybe they don't care, but they was wrong. I can say that.
They was wrong.
They was dead wrong.
The man is an MVP. I don't know how he keep going down on the MVP ladder.
Yeah, he number 9 or something.
He playing the best. To me, he playing the best.
Bro, he went down to number 9.
He was just number 3 or 4 last week.
I'm like, what's going on? I didn't understand that one at all.
I think they need to fix that, bro.
I didn't understand that one at all.
What
I
you
guess
think?
we can go. Absolutely. I think when this update next week, he's gonna definitely be top 5. But this ladder came out on the 11th, so maybe they kind of missed some of these. Some of these games.
That boy balling.
Yeah, because I think the next one should come out tomorrow.
He who?
They got him number 9 right now. Number Jimmy Butler 10, Devin Booker 8, Luka 6, and he's been playing crazy lately.
Yeah.
Ja Morant also 5th, but they got him tied for 6th, so that's 5th and 6th.
He just had a great game.
Yep. Steph Curry, they got him 5th. Chris Paul, they got him 4th. Giannis 3. Joel Embiid 2. Jokic 1. And I'm not mad at Jokic being 1 because who does he have in Denver with him, and how is he winning these games? They know what's gonna happen every day. The offense is gonna be played through Jokic.
It's weird.
And he's still getting 15 rebounds.
Because they triple
and
teaming him, but people open for 3 and they cutting well. They just
and
playing.
Passing well.
He passing well.
He not missing no players. His IQ got to be probably the craziest for a center in league history.
Facts.
I mean, he's probably the best playmaking center in league history.
Facts.
And I'm really upset for saying probably. The man is the best playmaking big in NBA history.
And they're going to be mad when he win MVP again. They're going to be mad.
Pissed. I think they're going to give it. Try to give
when
it
James
to Joel
we're going to see.
If James Harden get there,
telling you,
and
okay.
Joel starts scoring 23 points
and not getting them double-doubles, and ain't getting them double-doubles, and Jokic getting them trippies.
He gonna put that's gonna push Joel out of the way.
I'm telling you, Jokic
it's
gonna be Jokic.
It's gonna be Jokic.
I can't believe Denver didn't make no trades though. That shocked the hell out of me too.
Yeah,
shocked the hell out of me.
I mean, MPJ and
they gone.
And
Jamal Murray may not be coming
Jamal
back.
Murray.
He may not be coming back this year, but if he come back and him and Jokic can run that 2-man game in the playoffs, man,
it'll be scary.
It's gonna be scary.
Scary Terry. The New York Knicks.
Knickerbockers.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
damn.
So this happened.
Blood big as hell, ain't he?
This happened like 2-3 games ago, but then they went and did it again last night against the Nets. The Knicks led by 23 points. That was tied for the second largest blown lead in the game over the last 25 seasons. They did this against Portland. Did we talk about this already? When Anthony Simmons went crazy?
Because he done did that to 2 teams. He did it to the Lakers too, didn't he?
He did. Well, either way, New York was up 82-59 and ended up losing that game 103-112.
And he scored like 12 in like the fourth quarter, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had like 18. I think he finished with like 30, 31 points in that game.
Yeah.
Like 10 assists. He went stupid in the fourth.
He went dumb. And then the New York Knicks blew another 20-plus lead last night. They've done that 3 times, 20-plus leads blown. And I think it was like after the third quarter or fourth quarter.
I think the last 2 weeks they done blown 4 20-point lead. Yeah, 4 something like that. That shit's sad. That's bad.
And they right now, I think they number 11.
It ain't Randall's fault.
Nah, Randall been eating.
That motherfucker.
Oh, they number 12 right now in the East.
Randall, it ain't Randall's fault. That's what we should have traded for Randall.
Why not? They can have Jonathan. Take Jonathan.
When I went to the game and bro had 6 points.
They should have just sent John and Cam up there.
My boy traded not played. My boy finished with 6.
Who?
John Collins.
Oh yeah.
Against Toronto.
Yeah, I was there too. I was there with you. Look very bad. Julius Randle, he's done that before, but he would have at least got 10 rebounds and 6 assists.
You feel me? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
That boy John limit himself, don't he?
Speaking of Joel, when we were speaking, he had a 40-point triple-double on 50% shooting this week with 3 steals. That was very different to see Joel do that. He was looking like Jokic out there, and the posterized that he did on Jared Allen was just oh my God. Why did he do that? He detonated.
If he would have fell forward, that probably been the best dunk in like the last 5
If Joel would have, yeah.
I'm glad he fell back. If he would have, my God,
he would have sent him to the goddamn gulag.
Man, I'm glad he didn't know, man. Yeah. That's a lot of fucking weight too.
Yeah. And Jared Allen, he just took the last James Harden spot in the All-Star game.
And people are like, why Jared Allen? You know why Jared Allen's All-Star?
They top 4 seed in the East.
Top 4 seed, but
and he eating.
He is the number 1 offensive efficiency player in the league, and he's the number 1 defensive efficiency player in the league as well.
Jesus Christ.
105 and 103, respectively.
Jesus Christ.
Number 1 offensive efficiency player and defense. Damn. And that's today. Stat Moves posted that today.
Hey,
he different.
He deserved it.
And he got traded.
He deserved it.
Cavs maybe Bickerstaff know how to coach though. I like Bickerstaff. He gonna win Coach of the Year. Mm-hmm. I like JB. That boy, he good. He a good coach. Because Colin Sexton went down. No Laurie right now. We made a couple of trades and got Karis LeVert. Wow.
I'm sure he had a say in drafting Mobley.
Come on, bro. Mobley different.
Oh yeah,
He just got to gain some weight though.
yeah. I think he on that. I ain't gonna say because this mentality don't match his game, but the gameplay match.
Yeah, he got that
KG.
turnaround. He got that turnaround down.
I was gonna say KG. Like he don't got the mentality of KG. He not calling people bitches and being a crazy man on the court and bashing his head into the field goal post and shit. But when it comes to hooping, he remind me of a young KG. He got the defense. He got the jumper. He got the body frame, the height. Mobley, he gonna be a problem for the league in years to come for sure. For sure. Speaking of somebody that was a problem for the league for hella years, that boy Joe Johnson.
Man,
Joe Johnson.
That boy Joe.
Hey, you talking about
That boy Joe.
He made the USA roster and will compete at the FIBA World Champion qualifying games this month. My boy Joe is 40 years old. He's looking like he's in the best shape of his life.
Facts.
He's showing videos of him working out like crazy. I'm like, was you doing this in the NBA? I mean, you was an all-star, but was you going this hard and caring about your body like that? Because I guess sometimes that comes with age, and sometimes it never comes for people.
Right.
But
Joe
Johnson been working his ass off.
Oh, Joe different, my boy.
He did score in the NBA this season. He did get that floater when he went to the Celtics for that 10-day. So, I mean, shit. Just as of this year, Joe Johnson played in the NBA. Definitely not retired. I'm sure he won an NBA shot. I don't think he will, but he can still hoop.
And he got 32 and 10, and it ain't fourth quarter yet.
Sheesh.
Oh my goodness.
That's tough.
Wow.
That's very tough.
Look at him, bro.
Look at Toby. That's what we need to look at. What you gonna do?
Easy. That's a foul?
You know he the king of drawing. That boy Norman Powell fractured a bone in his foot. No timetable on his return. That's very tough for the Clippers. He just got there, and was balling out when he did get there. So that's tough. Speaking of fractured feet, Zion. He was supposed to return sometime for practice in December. Of course, we know that didn't happen. It's February now. But now they're reporting that he's experienced complications and he could need a second surgery on his foot. I definitely don't like this news at all. Big Zion fan. I want to see Zion be great. I want to see him shed the pounds. And I mean, Zion in his second season in the NBA averaged 28 points and was an all-star. I want that back.
I don't think you're getting it, brother.
I don't know if I will, but damn, it hurts, man. It hurts to see Zion gone. That's why the Pelicans should have let the Hawks draft him. He would have never been hurt, and he would have been one of the best point guards in the league. And I would have been giving big direct deposits to the Hawks.
Not that.
To go see the season tickets. Definitely, and I would have been happy about it. It's looking like the Pacers are going to waive Tristan Thompson, and once he clears waivers, he's going to be heading to Chicago to back up Vucevic, of course. And last thing I'm going to talk about is pretty much just the top 10 in each conference. Like I said earlier, the Chicago Bulls are number 1 in the East. They're followed by Miami Heat, Milwaukee Bucks, Cleveland at 4, Philadelphia 76ers at 5, Boston Celtics, who are on 11-game win streak now, I think.
Yeah. And they the only Boston Celtics. They the only team that's got a winning record against other winning teams.
Oh wow! So they playing down to the level of their competition.
Yeah.
Because they should be a top 3 seed.
Yeah, only team above 500 against winning teams.
Hey, love to hear it. They getting hot in the right moment. I still don't think they'll do much in the playoffs, but especially because it's looking like they're gonna be matched up with Milwaukee Bucks, even if the season ends today. So, but they are playing great basketball. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have been upping up their usage and going crazy. Toronto's at 7, Brooklyn at 8, Charlotte at 9. Atlanta Hawks round off the play-in bracket at 10. In the Western Conference, Phoenix Suns are number 1, followed by Golden State, Memphis Grizzlies, who are only
Memphis too
a
good.
game and a half back from the Warriors for the 2nd seed. Crazy. Then Utah at 4, Dallas at 5. Luka is carrying.
Luka got 49 points, by the way, tonight.
Luka is carrying. Kristaps is gone. A story that I like that happened over this last week as well is Dorian Finney-Smith got signed to an extension after last week. But after Kristaps Porzingis got shipped off to the Washington Wizards, he got a 4-year, $55 million deal, and he's just happy that he can just put his mom up and show him how to work because his mom was working
that was tough. I like that.
at Popeyes or something, McDonald's or something.
Nah, Churches.
At Church's Chicken when he first got in the league, and now he just got his big contract, and shit, mama don't gotta do nothing.
Nathan.
I'm like, mama, here your house over here, go wiggle your toes, and here a chef too.
Not that.
Here a chef too. Get out the kitchen.
And they pay him well.
Oh yeah, and he deserves it, man. He a hard working basketball player. He's a big part of the reason why they're the 5th seed. I mean, he's a starter for that ball club,
Right.
and he's getting the job done. He's the perfect glue guy, I guess, because he's not a role player because he starts, but I feel like he's a good glue guy. He knocked down the 3 ball. He played good defense. He a good player. In the 6th seed, we got the Denver Nuggets. 7th seed, I mean, Minnesota Timberwolves. Are they really gonna make the playoffs this year? I would be happy to see them.
They gonna make it.
They haven't been in the playoffs since like early 2010.
I think they'll make it. I think they'll make it.
I think they will too. I think they got a great chance. Clippers at 8, Lakers at 9, and Portland at 10. Now that I look at it, I really like the Lakers to beat anybody in this play-in tournament.
Really?
I think so. I think because if the season ended today, they would have to play Portland first. I think they beat Portland, and then they would have to either beat Minnesota or the Clippers.
Clippers? I don't know.
Clippers have been playing great basketball, even without their stars. I mean, just for them to even be in the 8th seed right now is
good
crazy.
without them stars.
But I like Bron over that team. Just Bron alone.
Facts.
I'm not even gonna cap Bron like that. But yeah, that rounds up the NBA news. Got anything else?
Nah, I think that's pretty much it for the show tonight.
For sure. Well, y'all been tuned in to the Players Den podcast. It's your boy Wayne.
Tone.
And we out, baby.